We wasn't taught that stuff because we were brainwashed, we was manipulated, and we was destroyed. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Uncensored Diary. I'm your host, Andrea Naylor, and I am so excited to be here today to do this video. If you are a comeback viewer, thank you so much for coming back to look at my videos. I really truly appreciate it. I do know creating content is it's not hard, but it's not easy either when you want people to view your videos, to show love, to support, and to just receive the messages. I try not to get discouraged because it's hard to get discouraged. So if you are that type of person, don't get discouraged. Keep pushing no matter the outcome, you know, no matter what. Me getting discouraged because of me not having a certain amount of views because you want your video to get out there so people can receive the message. But what I have to do is keep pushing. So guess what? You need to keep pushing as well. If it's something that you're struggling with in your life at this moment right now, or it was last week, whenever it was, do not get discouraged and just keep pushing. Push forward knowing that the outcome is going to be nothing but the best. And everything takes time. I have to keep reminding myself that things takes time. Excuse me. Things take time. Nothing is easy. You have to work for it. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you for coming back to view me, to watch me. Yeah. So before we get started, I do want to say subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and comment down below for anything you would like to say to me. I love feedback. I love for, everyone's comments to know like what you think about this video. Which part touched you? And if you're on the same page as me, just comment down below. But make sure you turn on the notification because I want you to be the first one to see it. So, as you guys know, I always like to go in and look back and see what I put for myself as a note because I don't want to miss anything. So what I decided to do is if you watch my previous video, then you will understand how I did things. I broke up things and talked about things in short, like a short clip of things, right? So if you have not watched the last video, go back and watch the previous. And then you can come back to this one or watch this one and then go to that one. So I said, because I know that this is some things that we all end up doing. When you truly love your kids, this happens. Listen, I said, don't let our kids guilt trip you. Guilt trip us. Have you feeling like what you're saying is wrong. It's wrong and the kids make you feel like, "Oh my gosh, you just said something wrong to me and you didn't." They make you feel bad, right? My son does this sometimes. And my wife kids, the same thing. They guilt trip us of like making us feel like we did something wrong and we didn't. You are trying to be the best parent you can be. You are trying to teach them. You are trying to guide them. You are trying to get them to understand how life is. Life is set up so different, right? And it's crazy how we say, back in the day when I was younger, it was crazy, but not as crazy as it is today. When my parents was younger, they used to tell me the same thing. Hey, back in our day, it was crazy, but it wasn't as crazy as it is, but we had a lot of racism going on. So they dealt with that stuff. Of course, certain things that's still going on today, it still happens. But it probably wasn't as strong and crazy of the things that's happening every single day, all day. Because when people are doing things, they just doing it, right? So you want to teach your kids to understand life. Don't let your kid guilt trip you and make you feel like the things you're saying, you're crazy. The things you're saying is not right. I'm not saying my son is doing that, but sometimes when you're trying to give them that knowledge, get your kids to understand things, they make it seem like, Mom, you don't know what you're talking about. Mom, you're doing this, you're doing that. And they feel like you have to buy them so many things to show them things. And that's not the problem. That's not it either. That's what I'm talking about. Don't let them make you feel bad because you're not able to do something. Don't let your kids make you feel bad because of them not understanding how life is for you right now. So we truly have to understand that we can't let our kids make us feel sad, make us feel like, am I doing my job? Am I a great parent? Don't second guess yourself because you are a great parent. Being a parent is hard. You know, it doesn't matter if you was a parent for 20 years, 30 years. It's still a hard thing to do, especially if you and your child is not connected. And they make things to be more difficult for you. I salute to all the parents that are working very hard to be there for your kids, to guide them and to help them out through this life because it's needed. And it's a lot of us that didn't have it. So you be that parent that changes that and you break the curse. I'm always going to say break the curse because that is something we need to do when I talk about certain situations. We're breaking curses and we are guiding our kids towards the right direction. So, the next thing I want to talk about is I'm not racist. I'm just speaking on my culture for healing and understanding. That is the topic. That's the title. I'm sorry. The title is I'm not racist. I'm just speaking on my culture for healing and understanding. I feel, and this is just something I feel, it's my opinion. Because you just sometimes want change, right? You just want things to just make sense and it doesn't. So I said when all the racist old heads pass on, it could become a better place. Only if their kids and family didn't take on that same spirit. That same spirit. Let that sink in. I'm not racist, but I do want a difference for my people, for my kind. And by me speaking on that, if that makes you or whoever is viewing this video that I'm racist, then shame on you because I'm not. I love everyone. But I do want us to have our change. I want us to have our time. But for us to do that, y'all, we have to be understanding and go all the way back to research our history. We need to learn who we truly are that was erased from our lives. A lot of things have been erased because it's something that is not wanted for us to remember and to know. As long as we stay blind, as long as we stay not understanding our culture, not understanding our history, our life is going to stay as is. So we need to learn how to understand who we are, understand who you are. I swear, I don't know what happened, but one day something came over me and I was like, I feel it. Yes. Am I a spiritual person? I am a spiritual person because I believe in God and I believe that He died on the cross for us. But it's a different cross, and if it's a different God. It's not everybody don't represent the same God. You have to truly understand which God you are representing. And that's when you dig deep into your history to know exactly who it is. We have been walking towards the wrong path. And it's time to get to the right path. It's time for us to understand the things that is going to help us to heal, to understand, and to come together. As long as we don't do that, we are going to be apart and our lives are going to continue to be exactly how it is today. Again, I am not racist, but I am here to talk about my kind for us to understand our history. It's so many things that we celebrate that we shouldn't celebrate. It's so many things that we do that we shouldn't do. But we were brainwashed. We were told that we have to go towards this way. Because if we don't, this is what's going to happen. Fear. Fear is something that always kept me, right? Fear almost kept me from doing this video. But for what? I'm not saying anything wrong. All I am doing is speaking what I feel on my heart to give to everyone. I want you guys to receive this message to understand that it's time for us to heal. It's time for us to understand who we truly are. We say we know who we are, but do you really? You're not going to know who you really are until you go back and you research and you dig deep into it. It's a lot of things that is uncovered. It's a lot of things that is a secret that we don't understand what it is. But we have to understand that the time is now. It is 2025 and it is time. I'm trying to get you guys on board because I finally got on board. I finally got on that ship and I'm ready to go wherever it's going to take me. I want you guys to get on with me. I created this podcast channel because I wanted to talk about life. I wanted to talk about things that come onto my heart, my spirit. I want you to understand that we can make a difference for us. So many people has died because of them speaking nothing but the truth, or because they are trying to get everyone to understand that we belong the same thing as anyone else. And that is the God honest truth. Everyone should be able to live life equally. No one should be afraid of their lives, of just walking out their front door. It is time for that spirit to break away. But it's going to take us to come together to break that spirit. At least the spirit in our culture. We can't do anything else but with our own kind. Our own kind has been separated, manipulated, destroyed for so many years to where that is what we do every day walking on this earth. We do not work together. We do not support each other. We don't do anything. And if you supporting that person, it's because you're being nosy, because you're trying to see what's going on. That curse and cycle needs to break now, because it is our time to figure out who we truly are and to stop celebrating things we do not need to celebrate. The only thing I used to say is, oh my gosh, I don't understand why we can't do this. When my sister, she became aware of so many things, right? And I was just like, okay, well, I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to hear it, right? But something came over me this year at the beginning of the year. And something told me, self, it's time to wake up. I don't know how my eyes looking because I'm recording. And I hope I'm not looking too like crazy. But I am expressing and I'm feeling this, right? I'm feeling this right now. And it is time for us to do what's right. It's time, it's time, it's time. I wasn't going to do this video, but something told me, go ahead and do it. Fear, you cannot hold me anymore. Fear, you are not welcome here anymore. If you suffer with fear, you need to break it. You need to tell fear that you don't belong here, that you cannot have a hold on my life no longer. I want us to sit down at times and figure out how we can figure out who we truly are. Research, research, research. Because there is a God, but there was a God that was for us, that died for us. Don't let that pass you. Let that sink in. Everyone and every cultural have their own God. Some of you know that because that's exactly what you research, right? Or you hear, or you learned. Every cultural has their own God. We are representing the wrong God. And it is time for us to understand our God and how we need to go towards the direction He has told us to do so. Let that sink in. Our God has told us the things that we needed to do, but what we do wrong. we are blind. We are destroyed. So we don't see nothing but the wrong things. Until you wake up in that mind, you will always be guided the wrong direction. But it is time for us to get on track, because I am. I see these things now. The older I get, the more it comes to me. And I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm going to continue to help folks. I'm going to continue to do everything that I am assigned to do. We are all assigned to do something. Because every video I say, find your purpose. I'm not doing this podcast for no reason. I'm doing it because I want to be able to share all the things that I learned out in my life. And I want you guys to jump on board, because it's our time. Receive, research, and figure out what you need to do to have your life to where it's balanced better, to where all the things that you are going through in your life is no longer there, because you finally woke up. You finally received some information to understand that I need to get not in the Bible. You can get in the Bible, because you need to be careful with that Bible too. That's my opinion. Be careful with that Bible, because sometimes that Bible can guide you in the wrong direction as well. That might fly past you guys, but that's my opinion. I believe the Bible, and I believe some things is not true. Some things are in there to keep you where they want you to be at. It was written so many times, you don't even know what is correct. Our God has written the Bible for us. You have to find it. Let me say that again. Our God has written the Bible for us. You have to research and find it. Until you do, you are going to be living the wrong life. You are going to be walking towards the wrong direction. But it is time for us to research and get our own information for us to understand who we are. Again, I am not racist, but it is time for us to wake up and for us to understand our history. We do Black History every single year. But are we researching? No. We're just saying Black History Month and Black Lives Matter. Okay. But let's make it make sense, y'all. We have to make it make sense. Because at this time it don't. But it's starting to make sense to me, because I found my path. I found where I need to go. And I'm trying to get you guys to get on the same ship as me. Don't get left behind. So everything I'm saying is for you to understand that we are close, because I feel it in my heart. I feel it, y'all. I feel it, because I'm an empath. I feel it. And if you feel it, let me know. Things about to happen in this life. Things about to happen. But that's why it's time for you to research it now. To save yourself. To keep yourself from a lot of danger. It's about to be wars. It's about to be a lot of confusion. But we can't let that stop us, because life goes on. And we have to understand who we are. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I hope you receive it. I hope you understand exactly where I'm coming from. If you understand where I'm coming from, please comment down below and tell me. I understand. I receive it. Jump on this ship with me. Let's get where we need to go together. As many people as we can get. That's our kind. I'm finna cry. I'm about to cry. Because it's so important for us to get on the ship, y'all. Let's get on the ship together for once. Let's get on the ship together for once. And let this ship guide us to great to become one as a cultural, because it has destroyed us and we don't even know how to become one. But it is time for us to get on this ship to become one. As many of us that we can get on the ship, right? It can start out being 50 to 100, and then it multiplies because a lot of more people are waking up and they are understanding who we are in our assignments, the complete, the correct way to understand who we are in our assignments and what we need to do to figure this out, y'all. Because I'm tired. And as you can see, I'm crying. These are like, come on, y'all, tears. This is not sad tears. This is, come on, y'all. We can do this. I am not here to talk about things for nothing. I'm here to talk about things because I want a difference for everyone. Everyone, because I am not racist. But we go through so much and we go through so many things that we don't understand, but it's because we don't research. It's because we don't read. It's because we don't try to figure out the outcome of things. We don't like reading. Some of us do and some of us don't. We go past all of that stuff, right? That's the problem. We can't let that keep happening. We have to figure out the information that we need to receive to get on that ship to become one. But I'm not going to hold you guys. I really, truly do hope you receive the information that I am giving you. Please let it sink in. Comment down below. Subscribe. Turn on your notification bell because these videos, they're about to come out. Because I'm not going to let fear, I'm not going to let fear stop me. I'm not. It is what it is. I am here for my assignments. I am here to do what I need to do. And I'm going to be obedient and I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Please come back to my next video. I know today is Thursday and I normally upload on Mondays, but I'm going to just do videos as it comes to me. It might be random moments where you see a video pop up. But just turn on that notification bell so you are ready for the next one. Again, I'm your host, Andrea Naylor with the Uncensored Diary. And I am truly blessed and so happy to be able to do this video because it came to me to give it to you. And I felt if I was the one that was reading, if I was the one that was receiving this information, I would take it because it was so powerful and it was so much to receive. But thank you. And I see you guys soon.